Okay, this is Formative 10.5 review, talking about the problems, how to go about it. Remember, if you got this first problem right, you're to kind of go forward to the second problem and so on. Just review the ones you need help with. Okay, find the area of a regular polygon. Regular polygon area is equal to 1/2 ANS, or you can talk about it as 1/2 AP, where P is equal to N times S. Now, let's bring this up a little bit. I'm looking these over. When I'm seeing this, I find a decagon that has 10 sides, and I got a side of 4. So I have a 10-sided figure, so N is 10, S is 4, and A is my apothem I must find. When I'm looking at this, remember, when we're breaking these down, we are breaking them down into isosceles triangles. And in this particular case, when I take a 10-sided figure and cut that triangle in half, I get this is 90, and I'm looking at the central angle. My central angle is 360 divided by 10, which is 36. So each of these angles is 18 apiece. I'm really interested in this apothem. I already know that the full side is 4, so the half side is 2. So now I'm looking at from this here to here. So I'm going to use the idea of taking this 18 and 2 and A. So from 18, the 2 is opposite. From 18, A is the adjacent. So I'm looking at tangent. So my apothem is right there. So I've got tangent of 18 is going to equal 2 over A. Now I got to solve for A. Okay, so I need that A over to the left. So I multiply by A, and I get A multiply by A. And I've got and divide by tangent. So A is equal to 2 divided by tangent of 18. So now I have my value for my apothem. And I can pop it into my equation. So I've got that A equals 1/2 ANS, where A is 2 over the tan of 18. N is number of sides 10, and S is my side length, which is 4. Now I should be able to pop this into my calculator. So I place this in my calculator, I got 0.5, that's 1/2, times 2 divided by tangent of 18. Now I gotta make sure I close that parenthesis. Times 40, that's what 10 times 4 is 40, so times 40. And I get 123.10. So I'm looking at 123.1, and that's the one I'm going to cover in. Now in question 2, it's a very similar thing. Okay, I'm still going to use 1/2 ANS. So my area is equal to 1/2 ANS. I'm going to check to see what I have. I have A, N, and S things defined. And they say I have a regular pentagon with side length of 10. Well, pentagon is a 5-sided figure. Okay, S is 10, so it looks like I've got to find my A. Now remember, again, every one of these, I've got to make sure I'm finding the apothem. That's the one I'm looking for. When I'm given a side, I've got to find the apothem. I am given a triangle. There's 5 of them here that are isosceles. The side length was 10, so this is 5. I'm looking for the apothem. My central angle, 360 divided by 5 is 72, and I divide that by 36, and this is a 36-degree angle, so is this one. And I've got to find my A. Well, if I know this is 5, and I know this is A, I have opposite over hypotenuse, so I'm looking at tangent of 36. Now this is finding my A. This is opposite over A. So I have A tangent of 36 is equal to 5, and I divide in 5 over tangent of 36. So that's my apothem. So I have 5 over the tangent of 36. So now I just place it in my formula. Area is equal to 1/2. My apothem, when I'm given that side, is 5 tangent of 36. Number of sides was 5. Side length is 10. So these are my numbers I'm going to place in my calculator. So I've got 0.5 times 5 divided by tangent of 36, close my parenthesis, times 50 in this case. And I hit my enter and I get 172.0. Well, if I put that in there, it's going to be 172. So this ends up being 172.01. And it's supposed to be the nearest tenth, so it's going to be 0.0. My next one, question 3. Find the area of a regular polygon, give the answer to the nearest tenth. The pentagon with radius 8. Now, when I'm given radius, I am provided these values. I am given a pentagon. So I've got 360 divided by 5, which is 72 for my central angle. And remember, my area is 1/2. Really, if I want to reorganize it, I always put in ANS, but ASN, this is the area of a triangle. And this is how many triangles. Now, we know a triangle formula. If I go 1/2 the radius, so if we make the adjustment, we go 1/2 the radius squared, sine of A, which is the central angle, and then multiply by how many sides. We can just do this by 8 squared sine of 72 times 5, because there's 5 of them. 0.5 times 64 sine of 72, close my parenthesis, and that's one triangle times 5 of those triangles. And I get 152.2. And I look for my 152.2, it's 152.2 meters squared. So going on to my next one. Hey, we just get to use that 1/2 BC formula. So I've got area equals 1/2 BC. Remember, I just pulled this as radiuses, B and C, but now sine of A, the angle that B and C make. And I have 4.7 times 6.1 sine of A, sine of 47, and I pop this in my calculator. So I got 0.5 times 4.7 times 6.1 times sine of 47. Close my parenthesis, and I get 10.43, or 10.5, really, if I round to the nearest. So I'm looking here, and I'm looking at 10.5, and that's my answer. In 5, hey, it's the same deal. Okay, so I have 1/2 15 times 9 sine of 70. And I pop that into my calculator. 0.5 times 15 times 9 times sine of 70. And I have 63.4. And that's my answer. And that was equal to 63.4. That's centimeters squared. Okay, those are our solutions for 10.5. Keep in mind, it really is, you look at a shape, you identify the formula, and you plug in the pieces that you need to get your solution. Hope things are going well. If you got questions, make sure you come before or after school or ask Bloom during class. Have a great day.